you watched the end of my last vlog, you will know that I'm now dog sitting my sister's dog, or puppy rather, should I say. Ozzy, look, you're all bundled up. Come here, come on, there you go, good dog. So yeah, we're currently taking a stick break. So he found a very good stick. He's also having just a bit of a rest because we've just been walking around this field. He is very bouncy. It's a warm day, isn't it, buddy? He's panting a little bit. It's a warm day. So yeah, he's a bit bouncy because, you know, he's only really been walking for about 3 weeks now because of his age. So yeah, we're having a bit of a stick break in the sun, and then we will go back to his house where I'm staying for the next couple of days. See, he's very playful. Yes, very playful. Yes, yes. Yeah, I know it's warm. We got to get you in for a drink. It is now the next day since the last clip. This is how it's going. I just realised what he was doing. But yeah, so he, obviously, as he is a puppy, there is a lot of training that still needs to be done. When he wants to play, he comes and wants to play with you. So he like bites your hands and he thinks that you're kind of like another puppy. So you have to really try and discipline him. And it's been a lot of effort. I didn't realise just how much he does it. My dogs never, when my dogs were puppies, they never did anything like that, from what I can recall. So yeah, I am covered in little bites and scratches. Obviously they don't break the skin and they're playful, they're not malicious, but it's obviously something that they're trying to train out of him, and I'm doing my best to follow the instructions, but he just doesn't want to listen to me, so that's my own fault. But the plan for today is that we are going to head up to the old horse yard. So if you watched my videos back in 2023, you'll see that I used to go to the horse yard quite a lot. So I get to see Dusty and Rain again. I haven't seen them in quite a few months now. And also there is a puppy there as well. Yeah, he got me up at 6:47 this morning. So I took him outside for a wee, played with him for about 45 minutes. Managed to have another half hour or 45-minute rest. Ow! See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what he does. So yeah, I just need to discipline him a little bit, but you know, and then actively encourage him playing with his toys rather than me. But he seems to also just want hugs sometimes. But yeah, there he goes. There's the biting. It's just constant. And I know I should be correcting him right now, but I'm filming. Ozzy, enough. Oh. See, and then he talks back to me. Let me go handle this. Oh, whoa! Ozzy! Happy Sunday. Please disregard how I look. I have just thrown my hair up in a clip for today because, well, what I'm doing today is something that I've done before on this channel a couple of years ago, which is basically clear out my shed. So you can see the state of it behind me. It is just in absolute piles and it's awful. And I need to get to it. I need to be able to move in here, and it's just ridiculous. This is one of the first nice days. Look. Lovely days. This is one of the first nice days that we've had in a while. So I'm now emptying the entire contents of the shed, and then I'm going to try and go through things, because last time I emptied it and then I just put things back neatly. I didn't actually go through things and see if I had to throw things away or anything. So I'm going to try and do that today. I'm also going to try and fix the roof a little bit. Well, the ceiling, I suppose you should say, because it's a bit moldy and it's causing things to mold in here. So I'm thinking if I can maybe like staple gun something up here to stop the moisture from coming in for a little bit until we get the roof fixed, that might help. So also, I just very wanted to quickly explain the clip from yesterday where basically I was on a I went for an afternoon tea with my friend, and that was basically it. And they weren't serving afternoon tea at the time because they don't do it until midday, so we made up our own, and that was it. That was the clip. And then we played Dungeons and Dragons for the rest of the day. It was very fun. Anyway, I have just started taking some boxes out, and I've just got all of this to go, so wish me luck. So this is a bunch of Eva foam, and I got it for free from my Amish Dramatics group, and now I'm just trying to think of all the cosplay stuff that I can actually do with it. Do you see what I'm talking about? Just mould on things. So I need to fix that. Alright, this is where we're at. I can't believe all of that fits in the shed, but we do still have some things left in the shed. So, because I'm hoping that all of this can go down to our garage, so that's going to clear up a lot of space. And then all of the rest on the side I can go through afterwards. But I think what's important is that I tackle this pile, throw things away, give things to charity, then put back, like before I put back then what I want to keep. Obviously I then go through this stuff here, but there's no point in me dragging it all out at this precise moment. So that is the plan. I've grabbed some antibacterial wipes because a lot of this stuff is covered in not nice things, so I'll be wiping them as I go for anything that I want to keep, and obviously anything going to charity I'll have to wipe as well. But oh my god, I really don't want to do this. I swear to god, I think I just felt it spit, and I'm looking at that cloud and it is not meant to rain today, and I will be so fucking pissed if it starts to rain. The hardest part going through a lot of this is it's all dog stuff, which obviously I just don't need anymore because I don't have dogs anymore. And as much as I could sit here and go, oh well, I should keep this for the next dog, you know, the next dog might not be the small size that my dogs were, and actually I do kind of would like to have a bigger dog, so I might as well give it to a charity or whatever and let dogs that can actually use it have it. But it's quite hard, I'm not gonna lie. I'm currently having a lunch break. It looks worse than it is. It's actually not so bad. I am really struggling with the cold. The intention is I've got 3 boxes I think left to go through. There are more things that I wish that I was going to go through, but I can't hack it. So I've got 3 boxes that I need to go through. It won't take me long. Once I've gone through those, I'm then gonna go, I think it's like in this corner especially where a lot of my LARP stuff is, because the main reason that I was doing this is because I'm actually going to a LARP in a few weeks time. So I really wanted to get all of my LARP stuff so that I was like prepared for it and everything, and I could easily grab it. So I need to get all of my LARP stuff, and then I'm going to get these drawers out. So just the drawers today, these drawers out. I asked my parents to pick me up a tarpaulin, and we've got a staple gun, and we're going to try and staple the tarpaulin to the roof to try and stop some of the damp from coming in. It might not help, but until we can get the roof fixed, it might just provide like a bit of a temporary solution to stop any water from coming in. So that's what we're going to do. And then essentially we're going to bring everything back in, obviously neatly as we can. And then those drawers are going to go down to the garage. And then in the garage, we've also got a bunch of my other LARP stuff, like my camping stuff, which I'm then going to bring back in. So we should be a lot neater in here. We should be a lot tidier in here, and I should have everything that I need. I've been doing this for 2 hours now. Well, tidying for 2 hours, bringing everything out and everything's been more like 3 hours, and I'm so cold. I'm like wearing gloves and everything, and then I can go through it all properly when it's like warmer and everything. But I've already thrown away like 3 black bin bags, and I'm about to probably do a 4th. So I am making progress at least getting rid of stuff. I just can't carry on. It's just too cold and I'm too weak. Okay. We've taken the drawers out, so as you can see, it's looking a lot better. All the stuff I need is literally over there, so we're going to try and put everything along here, and it should be fine. And then, as I said, when the weather's warmer, I will go for all of this stuff as well. But what we're going to try and do now is, my mum's got a tarpaulin, and we're going to try and staple gun it to the roof, because you can see the sky through that tiny bit of gap there. So we're just going to try and do what we can to make it bearable. I don't know, you can see all the damp and mold over there. It's not great. I have to say, I think that is pretty good. We had a staple gun, we ran out of staples, but we managed to sort of tuck things up behind there. Obviously this side we couldn't reach across, but as I said, it was in the middle that was the biggest issue. So hopefully, obviously, yes, there is still damp here and everything, but hopefully this will stop any more water actually coming into the shed. So temporary fix, but it'll do. Okay, so this is where we're at, which as you can see is much better. I don't enjoy that everything is piled up on this side, because to me that doesn't scream organised, but my main focus at the minute is that I can reach this corner, because as you can see I've got well, you can't actually see it from, but it says like LARP dresses, that I've got LARP shirts next to it, I've got scarves and corsets, I've got blankets, etc. So this corner I definitely need to get to, and I know that I've got some camping stuff here as well, so that's why I'm leaving this free. We've put down the flooring as well, just to help with a bit of the damp and the mold and everything like that. On outside, so outside we have so this is things that need to be washed, so they're going inside the house. This is rubbish, this is charity bag, so I'm gonna have to put that in the shed for now. This is airbed that will go in the shed, that's going into the garage, and then my chair will be folded down going into the shed, and the car seat is going into the shed, and then it's just these little bits and bobs on top, and then all of those cardboard boxes are being thrown away. I've got shoes out here that I need to sort through, and then this bag is stuff that I found that I was like, oh, that should actually be in the house. So yeah, it's not going to look 100% like clear, because by the time I get the other stuff in, I'm gonna have to put it like along here, which is so annoying, but at least I know that it's going to be really easy for me to just grab it and move it out of the way, so that I can then get to that stuff over there over the next few days. I really don't like this curve, but you know what, it's been doing that for ages, and so far it's not, you know, touch wood, it's not fallen. So but yeah, it's frustrating that I didn't get as far as I wanted to today, but I did throw away 4 black bin, or 3.5 black bin bags, let's say, and now to be honest I can just, you know, I could say work on this section now that there's room, so I could just work on this section and then move on. I could then work on those shelves, move on those shelves, blah 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 blah. So it's easier than just being able to, like, needing to grab everything and move it out. Happy Monday. I am looking at my LARP stuff that I managed to get free from the shed yesterday. So you can see there I've got like a tunic, so I think, yeah, up on here is cosplay waistcoats and blouses, and then LARP waistcoats and blouses either, and then we've got LARP dresses, skirts and trousers. I'm pretty sure this is a cloak. I mean, whatever it is, it needs a bloody good wash, but yeah, I think that's a cloak, which is always good to have. So I don't think that there's going to be much in here for this particular event, but I thought, you know what, anything I can get is better than nothing. Obviously as well, you know, anyone who's been following me knows that I have lost a fair bit of weight recently, and wow, I did not know that I had this. What is this? And so these are probably going to be quite big on me as well, but obviously it's easier to slim something down than it is to make something bigger. What is this? It's like almost like a robe. I have not seen that before, and I don't understand why that's in there, but yeah, I think, oh yeah, so we've only got this in here as well. So this is like a sort of classic medieval tunic. I don't think that that is going to work. Well, it probably would work for this particular event, but it's not the vibe I'm going for. So I did like it though. Maybe I could do something with it one day, but if not, that will go out for sale, I think. So this is the dress that I was after most. Obviously I didn't bring down a coat hanger, so, but yeah, I'm actually quite surprised to see that this is an XL. So I must have bought it when I first started LARP and I was actually a bit smaller, so this isn't going to have to be taken in too much, I don't think. So this is the main one that I wanted, because we're going for sort of a red and gold sort of vibe, and I might alter this a little bit, so not necessarily keep it the way that it is, but might hack some of it off and everything, which is a shame because it is a lovely kirtle, but obviously if it doesn't fit the vibe, it doesn't fit the vibe, but we shall see. I was looking at the rest here, and I've actually got quite a lot of red stuff, so I can't remember what that is particularly. What is that? It's like some sort of cuff that I had. I think this is the exact same as this, but I don't think I ever really wore it. So, but at least it's another red. It's not really the type I want, like this sort of red, really. And obviously this is like much more diluted color, and even yeah, I mean that's not so bad, but even that's like a bit more diluted. But that is decent as well. What size is this? A 5XL, but I have a feeling that it's come from China, where a 5XL is actually, you know, more like a like an XL or something over here. So we've got that. That's something. And then I've got this other red one here, but well, this is more brown actually. Yeah, this is brown. Is that an umbrella? Why is there an umbrella in this box? God, everything smells really damp as well, so I'm gonna have to clean it beforehand. Oh, this is a skirt. I wore this, yeah, I wore this as a skirt for sort of like a fortune teller sort of character. That is the only, I do definitely want some of these sorts of trousers, so I'll try and see if those fit me now. And I think that's a pair of trousers as well. So, okay, and that's a black one. So black isn't bad because it was red and gold, but we were gonna have bits of black, so black could work as well with like red accessories. So I'm gonna check that one as well. But yeah, I'm currently waiting on a delivery with some bits and pieces in. Hopefully it should be arriving today by 2:30 or something. So in the next hour or so. So fingers crossed we do have something at least. Happy Saturday! I find that Saturday doesn't have a good ring, like happy Monday, happy Friday, but happy, I think it's the 3 syllables. That's what I'm going to declare, happy Saturday. But anyway, I am on my way down to my friend's house where we are going to be working on the costume for the LARP that I'm going to. So I'm basically altering an old cosplay and I'm going to try and then, oh, there's a man on a roof over there. Anyway, so I'm going to, yeah, basically try and alter this cosplay to then fit the brief of the nation that I'm joining at this LARP. So we'll see how it goes. I've got some ideas. I've sketched out sort of what I want to do, like on my iPad and everything. Who knows? I will try and do some filming, but obviously I am going to my friend's house and I like to respect my friends' privacies. So if they don't want me to film, then obviously I shall not. And then I'm actually staying over. And then the next day we are playing Dungeons and Dragons. So it's like all my life is this year is Dungeons and Dragons. But you know what? I'm not mad. So I've got my D&D stuff, my overnight stuff, my LARP stuff, probably some other stuff, my Kindle. I've just finished a book today as well, so keep that in mind. So I think I've now read 4 this year, so like doing pretty good. I'm really chuffed with myself. I'm like, oh, look at me, who is she, a reading queen? Oh, so yeah, I'm just feeling good. So I've got about an hour's journey or just over an hour, and there are roadworks on the way, so I might be a little bit longer than that, but let's hit the road and let's do some sewing. Okay, so another part of my bingo list was to grow a sunflower. So we got this kit from Tesco's about a couple of months ago actually. And on the back it says that we have to sow between February and May. Obviously we're in March. So we thought, well, almost April. So we're going to go for it. So need to fill up the dirt, put in the seeds, and then after 2 to 3 weeks we have to remove all but the 3 strongest looking seedlings. So it's obviously a bit of a fight to the death here. So there is the pot, here is the soil, and then here is the seeds. So I'm going to go ahead and start doing that. So there it is, the seeds I've tried to spread quite evenly underneath the soil. We've re-watered it, so now we have to basically, well, it didn't say to leave it inside or anything, but on the thing here it says, so storing cord open until planting, fill the bucket with the compost just underneath the rim, moisten, seed packet, blah blah blah, carefully, scatter all the seeds on top and lightly cover with remaining compost, which is what we did. And it says after the seeds have sprouted, obviously remove it, and then move the bucket outside, but it doesn't actually say to leave it inside. So we're going to go against the rules. It might not work, but we are going to leave it outside because the frost pretty much has passed, and where it is going to sit as well is basically facing east, so it's going to be right in the sun. So we're just going to risk it that way. It's Sophie. We just saw her meeting Sophie and everything. We are on our way to Distant Worlds. So it's a Final Fantasy concert if you haven't heard of it. I can't remember the last time I went.
3 years ago, maybe even more.
No, I think it was before lockdown, wasn't it?
2017.
2017 is, yeah, I would say that's about right. It was like, it wasn't it like when the new Final Fantasy 7, like the remake was being released, because it was also like the 15-year anniversary or the 20-year anniversary of Final Fantasy 8 or something like that. There was no Final Fantasy 8 played.
2018 then.
I think it must have been 2018, and we were like, so this one we think is mostly based off of 14 and 16, so we don't know if any others are actually going to be played, but we hope.
They always play Man with a Machine Gun, which
and
is
one winged angel.
Yes. 100%. Like,
Yeah.
I'd put money on that.
Yeah.
Not a lot, but
So it's very exciting either way. So obviously I'm not going to be able to show much because it's a concert, but I will show what I can. So off we pop. There's a lot of people.
The truth.
It is the next morning and we had a very good time. Like, we didn't get a chance last night to do like a wrap up. Yeah, and everything. And also they did say don't film. That's why I think I got one sneaky tiny little thing when Ben something or other.
Voice actor of Clive.
Yeah, the voice actor of Clive from 16 came on stage. So I thought, oh, I'll get a sneaky, because everybody was, like everyone was. It was a surprise for him to be there. Yeah. So I was very chuffed because it wasn't just 14 and 16. They had 14 and 16 segments, but they basically did everything from 4 upwards, apart from I think 11 and 12. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah. So it was. Yeah, I mean, it started off with Final Fantasy 8 as well. So we were like, okay, we can go home now. We can go.
My prediction didn't come true though. They didn't play Man with a Machine Gun.
They didn't. They played the opening.
Yeah, Liberi Fatale.
That's the one. Yeah. And then they ended with One Winged Angel, which is what I kept saying I thought was going to happen, and it was fun. Yeah, everyone screaming Sephiroth, and everything. So yeah, we are now in the car. We are going to head down to a friend's house because they have lovingly stored some LARP stuff for Sophie, and we are LARPing. Yeah, and we are LARPing next week. So obviously we need to go and grab that. So it's a bit of a day trip for us. So probably won't see us much. I don't think we'll do really much filming.
Do a sweep of the garage.
Maybe a sweep of the garage. But yeah, aside from that, probably going to be a very nice quiet day. So catch you later. Right, there we go. We got all of Sophie's kit now back safe and home. Not bad at all.